you ever wonder about a salamander larva and what are they doing in there? Watch them as they grow, as the legs start to show, even when the water ain't too clear. Salamander Chronicles. Salamander Chronicles. Salamander Chronicles. Alright guys, it's day 17, time for the day 17 update, and what I figured I would do is show you how I feed them. And by feed, I use that term really loosely, but I'm going to hold the camera still, and if you look closely in this jar, there's a bunch of small little critters swimming around. This is just a jar I keep off to the side. There's nothing in it like tadpoles or salamanders, but what I've done is I scooped some water, kept a lot of mud in the bottom of this organic matter, and if I zoom in and let the camera focus, you'll probably see some small things. There's a little worm. This is not the best camera for this, but you can see a lot of different things swimming around in here, and those are the types of things that the salamander larvae like to eat. So we're going to do a water swap, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take water out of their enclosure and I'm going to replace it from water in this enclosure, because I know in this water there's a ton of tiny things swimming around, which they're so tiny it's hard for the camera to even catch, but you can kind of see them moving. But yeah, that's what the salamanders eat, so let's do that swap. Alright, by now you know my method. I like to reuse plastic coffee cups, give them a second purpose. So I'm just going to very gently take water out of here, and basically I'm viewing it as the water I take out I can replace with water from the other jar that'll have a bunch of the little buggies in there that these salamanders like to eat. And I'm just doing it very gently so I don't stir anything up. I don't want to accidentally take a salamander larva out. And I think we're almost at the point. I usually do about one of these plastic cups, one of the big ones, every couple days. It's usually pretty good. So I took that water out. You can see the water level is really low. Some of the green algae that's growing on the sides is down. Alright, so now I'm going to try and dump in some of the water with their food in it. Alright, here we go. Here's the water with all the food in it. You can see the things swimming around. So I bumped it a couple times just to get the things to swim around. And now I'm going to pour it in. And I'm trying to do this without pouring in any mud from the big jar. Alright, fill it just about up to where it was. You can see this is low. That's fine. It's actually good to probably stir this up for the sake of mixing everything around in there. And that is how I do a water swap and feed the salamander larvae at the same time. Maybe I'll try and catch some footage of them darting around. Usually after I do a water swap, they end up moving around a lot and chasing down whatever they see moving, because I just dumped in a bunch of little microorganisms, crustaceans, Daphnia type things that were not in there before. So that's the end of this update.